And sing along if you know the words.
It's no joke when you choke, so get Lifevac and live. Without breath, there'll be death. So get Lifevac and live. Get Lifevac and live. Get Lifevac and live.
Lifevac and live.
That song is sweeping America. Thank you, Rebecca, giving us the clock. Look at that. Lifevac Live, show 5 if you're counting. And we're celebrating tonight Happy Birthday America, coming up on 250 years.
Amazing.
Oh no, we'll get there.
Show 5, baby.
And we have a live audience again tonight. It's growing. And I'd like to think
crazy here.
Yeah, and I'd like to think the audience doesn't come because we advertise the fact that T-shirts would be given out, but yet again,
that works.
They're here for the content.
Oh, my daughter wasn't going to come until I told her she got a T-shirt.
Jackie will be here.
She will. She wants a T-shirt.
Who doesn't want a T-shirt?
Well, plus custom super cool 5th show T-shirt.
Yeah.
But check it out. While we were just talking,
happens.
We had save number 8 today.
8 today.
A police officer used his life back. The family reported they actually had a unit of their own. Number 8 today.
So this is another police department. We've had both, where police departments have use their own, and some that have it, as you know, in El Monte, California.
That's 8 today.
That's fantastic.
It's amazing. It was a great weekend.
Well, let's talk to Christine.
Yeah, absolutely. Just as a way of introduction, if you're watching us, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Roku, and any number of other streaming services, I'll be Rick Thatcher. Arthur Lee, CEO, inventor of this wonderful device that saved over 2,300 lives, over 1,200, 1,300 children. Crazy. And Heidi Felix.
Well, let's get this right.
Yeah,
so
let's
Donna
get it going.
Doesn't get us. 820 lives this year, 2,449 because we just got another one, and 1,543 kids.
It's insane.
Amazing.
Crazy
Amazing.
stuff.
So
Crazy
let's hear
stuff.
about one.
Hey, listen,
Thank you,
studio
Arthur,
audience, by the way, feel free to clap.
Yeah, come on.
We can't.
Hear this go crazy.
Yes.
Insane.
Yeah.
Can't
They're
fit
busted.
'em.
They're busted. And later there'll be pizza.
We need trucks of T-shirts.
So save of the week, we got it up front because a lot of times we start at 9 o'clock or 9:15. Some of these saves are young kids. JD, you've met him.
Oh my God! Wait till you hear this. This is amazing.
Christine
We'll get
Rose,
her
are you
on.
there? Christine Rose.
It went viral. People were like, I saw that
And
video.
she still had puke on her.
I did.
So-
And I didn't quite think about that when I posted the video that it would blow up as big as
No,
it
I'm
did, but
guessing
you
that
know, I
they
got
can
flack
hear
for it for
but
not
we
telling
can
my
hear.
husband and him having to find out on social media as well. So
What do you think, Bobby?
How are
There's
you?
crickets.
Right. We want to hear you. 'cause
We heard
wanna
you
hear your
earlier.
Oh,
story.
wait. Was that it?
can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
Do you think the studio audience can? Oh, well, the studio
Yeah,
audience
apparently,
can.
yeah.
All 5 of them.
It's that far of a delay? Yeah. All right. Hey, Bobby.
Trying
This
to
is
figure
just-
out why she's not coming in. Give me
Yeah.
a second.
We're going to treat this like Wedding Crashers when he orders the meatloaf from the mom.
Mom!
Hey,
Meatloaf!
Mom! Hey, Bobby! The meatloaf!
All right. Well, let me tell you a little bit about
Yeah,
when.
JD.
Well, I could tell you when I went there. It was one of the best ones in the sense of, so I meet them at this little. It was a school that's now a restaurant, I was lost because I was looking for a restaurant, but I met them and JD came up and I kneeled down to shake his hand, and he put his arms and legs around me and said, "Thanks for saving my life."
Thanks for saving my life. And how old was he at the time? I think I have it. 4 years old.
4. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think we heard.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good news, bad news. We can hear you, but
All right.
but you're
Hearing
frozen.
is better.
Yeah.
It's
So-
totally fine.
Oh, well, hopefully my face is pretty frozen. So, but yeah, he was,
You look
he
a
was
little like
4.
our president during the debate.
No.
A little bit.
Stop. She
Sorry.
looks great.
Go ahead. No. Let's leave.
Nope,
Oh, there you
now
go.
she's
There she
moving
is.
too.
Yay!
All right,
She's
Christine,
back.
tell us the
Yeah.
story about what happened that day.
Gosh. So our house was in full renovation because, as Arthur said, he was Dennis the Menace and he flooded our house. So we were in the process of
flooded
ripping
the
up
house,
all of
yeah.
our flooring and everything. And my daughter was making her lunch. I had just made him a sandwich. He was sitting on his camping chair in our living room. And then all of a sudden he comes around the corner to the kitchen and he's just looking at me and he's trying to cough, but he's not coughing. I've been an EMT for 15 years and I knew right away what was happening. And so I immediately thinking, your gut reaction isn't what it should be when it's your own child. So I threw him over my knee. I started pounding on his back. I did a finger sweep, couldn't feel anything, which you're not supposed to do a finger sweep. But I then went to try and push on his stomach and nothing. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna break his ribs. I hollered at my daughter, Leah. I said, go call 911 right now. And I had the Lifevac on the counter because funny enough, all of our stuff was in a storage container out front. And I was worried that the Lifevac would melt because it was during the summer and it was so hot. And so I was like, I'll just leave it on the kitchen counter. And thank God that gut reaction, that God wink, whatever it was,
God
made me
wink.
leave it out of the storage container. Because I just ripped it open. I didn't even put the child mask on him. I got a seal with the adult mask, and it was one time, one push pull, and it came out. And it was a ball. It was like that big.
Oh my God.
A lot of
Now,
turkey.
was
think of
turkey?
when you came out and did that viral video. Was that like moments after? Like
It was seconds.
It was, right?
It was. I sat in the floor because so once it came out, he stood up and because he heard me tell Leah to go call 911. So he sat up and he said, "I'm okay. I don't need to go to the doctor." He's terrified of
yeah.
needles. He associates the doctor with
I'm
needles.
okay.
Sure.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, buddy, and he cried and I cried and Leah was shaking, I was shaking, and then it was like right after that, it was like, okay, people got to know about this because this just saved my
that?
kid's life. I didn't call my dad, I didn't call my husband. I immediately took to social media. In fact, my husband called me maybe 20 minutes after I posted on social media about it because people were calling him asking if we were okay, and he's like, what are you talking about? So I hadn't even told my husband or my dad before I was trying to get it out to as many people as possible.
Right. And how did you hear about Lifevac? Like, how did you become aware of it?
I didn't hear about Lifevac. My dad had a friend that owns a camping and RV resort down here, and he just so happened to be eating dinner at this resort. And the guy, he knows that we're heavily involved in fire and EMS down here, and he was like, have you heard of this thing? Look at it. And he was like, read the directions. It seems super easy. You know, I'm keeping it here in the restaurant. And my dad was like, that's interesting. And he said, it's got suction, and he could tell about the valve and everything, stuff that I didn't even know about. And so my dad ended up purchasing it for my sister and I because we have his grandkids. And I'll never forget, he handed it to me. He was over here at dinner one night. He handed it to me, and I laughed at him, and I said, I don't need a plunger for my kid's face, Dad. And he was like, well, you never know.
Need the face
You never
plunger.
know. And then it was not even 2 months later that happened.
Wow.
Well, you know what's wild, and you had a big part in this, and a lot of the Lifevackers. JD was the 161st person saved. He was the 70th child, and we're coming up on 2,000 children and 3,000 lives. And that was in what, 21? August of 21?
Yes, that was August
Yeah.
of 21. August 17th.
Yeah, I wish I would love to know how many lives you got saved by doing that video. We can
I know.
tell, like Brian's catching up to Inside
Deborah Norville.
Edition,
Yep.
but it's a lot. It's a lot because so many people saw it and got it, and it'd be neat someday. You're gonna meet someone and say, hey, I saw that you would puke on you and everything, and how you that message saved so many others. I mean, we're not at almost 3,000 without you doing that, and the Kohlers and some of the Townsends and Bo and they're all the Lifevacers. So I think that kind of courage to jump up there and say, I don't care, I gotta let people know. You could let some of the close people know prior.
The
but,
family.
hey, you got it out there. What are you gonna do? That was
figured
great.
Yeah.
Especially because your dad gave it to you, right? It would have been like a great idea to say, Dad, guess what? Remember that thing I didn't do for my child?
He
I
found
did
out.
call him after I spoke with my husband. I was like, oh crap, maybe I should have let them know. I did end up calling him and telling him that we're okay.
It must have made him feel like over the moon to have
It
helped
did.
save. Yeah.
It did.
How far-
And then that's when, so right after that, I got a ton of messages wanting to know how it worked and like within our community. And so I told my dad, I was like, can you meet me at the firehouse on Friday? And we just do a couple demonstration videos because we have CPR dummies that we could do it on. And that's when Arthur reached out and he was like, I want to come. And so we ended up making it this big thing. I think we had like 50 people
was
show
great.
up.
Helicopter came.
Fly in. Yeah, from Richmond, an hour and a half
There's
away.
pictures.
I think I drove
just
there.
reminded
Can
me.
I drive
Bobby.
there?
You did, right?
Did.
Yeah.
Bobby, can
Yeah.
we run some of the pictures of
I
JD
think I'm a little
with
fun.
Arthur? You mentioned the
But
helicopter.
you know what? This kid is like me.
Yeah.
Like when I was there, he was like climbing on me.
Yeah.
The helicopter's coming down. He's like jumping in. It's not even
There he is.
landing.
It is
Look
just
at
the
JD.
cutest thing.
But he's got such life and spirit, and he's a good boy too.
Yeah, there's the
Oh
helicopter.
yeah,
Love
there
it.
he is. Oh gosh, look how little he was.
Yeah.
Christine, how far out was the EMTs? Like, I know you called 911 and you had said it, right?
Yeah, so we ended up hanging up with 911, which I
the
told
baby.
them everything is okay. But normal response time for where we live, because we are out in the middle of nowhere in the boonies, it is about 35 minutes.
Wow.
And that's
So
what you
I would
said,
have,
right?
and when JD, when
Yeah.
he laid down, when I laid him down, because I had to go and get the Lifevac, his lips were turning blue, his eyes were rolling back. Like I was in the final moments before
Wow.
I had to start doing CPR on him.
And that's what you said.
I can't
at
wait
the-
to see him again.
Yeah.
Well, I want to see you too. I didn't mean to say it that way. You ship him up.
Donna gets a little. Donna Yeisley gets a little concerned when we're inviting people that we definitely want to see and connect with. And there's a party coming up. There's a celebration coming up.
What are you
and
nuts?
We'll take
She's
it.
gonna kill you.
Yeah, no. I know. Donna, if you're watching, it's okay. We'll take care of the invites. We'll get you here.
We will, and I can't wait to see you guys again. And congratulations on the new baby.
Congratulations.
How
Thank
old
you.
is your?
She's in bed. Otherwise, I'd show her to you
Oh
as
my
well.
God! I'll start crying.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
We got to
How
think
old
about
is
an
she?
earlier show for the kids. We got to think about an earlier.
He is 5.5 months.
Wow.
Congratulations. What's her name?
Corey,
Oh, I love
And
it.
how's JD as a big brother?
he is phenomenal. I thought I was going to deal with jealousy, and I don't. He is literally the best big brother. And I was actually speaking to Donna earlier in the week, and I told her, I said, he wouldn't have had the opportunity to be a big brother if it wasn't for Lifevac.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, I think Troy, you guys are a good family. He's going to do great. I think that spirit that he has that maybe needed, when he flooded your house, but those things happen. But I think that'll turn him into a heck of a guy. And it's cool to know that save number 161
70th.
is going to produce such a good young man in the future. So that's what it's all about. He's still here.
Yep.
what does he
And
want to be
she
when he
saved
grows
so
up?
many more lives.
Does he ever
By
talk
sharing.
about it?
He refers to Arthur as the choking man.
Yes.
That's what he named him.
Better
when he
than the
was
face
4,
plunger
and
guy.
Kind of like the Burning Man.
Still talks
Just
about
got
the
a festival
choking man
going.
and when's the choking man going to come back. And,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, I can't wait to see him.
Should,
Aw.
maybe encourage him
Maybe
the
he'll be a
anti-choking
mentor
man,
and
right? The
invent something
anti-choking
cool.
man.
Nah, I don't
Because
care.
we're anti.
Nah, choking guy's cool.
He just knew that he choked and this man helped save him. So that's how he associated it.
It works for me.
Yep. Whatever he wants to call Arthur, we're all fine with it, right?
Absolutely.
So thank you so
Got
much.
carte blanche.
Thank you so much for
Absolutely.
joining us, and we'll hope
nice
to
to
see you
see
along the
you.
way.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll
See you
figure it
soon.
out.
You
We're gonna
too.
see you soon.
For everything you've done. You're amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye, Cutie. Thank you
Wow.
so much. Thanks for everything.
How
Absolutely.
great is
Always.
that? So we're 2021, not that long ago, and it was only 171. We
Yeah.
talk often about
70th child.
the exponential growth And that's a big word.
When did we get our first
right?
save?
That's a big word,
What year?
exponential. But 4.
16, right in 2016.
2016.
So from
Yeah.
16 to 21, we only saved 161 people.
Yes.
Well, until 2020, I know it was that was June.
Double digits.
Yeah, that was 62.
4,
When I-
8,
when I-
12.
That guy, we got Bobby down because we used to make shirts up for like 100 because it would be
Like,
another
woo,
6-9
got a
months.
patch.
Yeah, we had parties and the thing.
yeah.
Now it's like, oh crud, we hit 100 again.
Yeah,
I
and if you
know.
look at the background, the folks at home can see the Hall of Saves. You can see the walls
We
being
got to all
built.
wear green shirts one day.
Yes.
And then
So
we'll
that
all
we
blend
just
in.
Yeah,
blend.
just so we're heads.
Yeah.
That would be. Let's
my
do
gosh.
that.
We want to be fully
Next show.
Hall of Saves.
Well, we have to patch in my buddy
Yeah.
Doug Tobin,
Doug Tobin.
Patch
who
away.
is a firefighter, EMT,
Hey.
president of Metropolitan Medical. Hi, Doug. How you doing?
What's happening, Doug?
All great, all great. How are you?
How was that listening to Christine tell the story about saving JD?
Oh my gosh, I got chills.
I know.
Oh,
Did you
Every-
ever see the video of her right after?
yeah, amazing, unbelievable.
It's so real.
It is. It's so
that's
raw.
what- so yeah, raw is the
Yeah.
word.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Doug, you own Metropolitan Medical Corporation in New Jersey, not too far.
Yep.
Not too far from us here in Massapequa. So, how did you, I guess, become aware of Lifevac?
So
I'm guessing.
it's funny, real quick. About 2 years prior, a friend of mine said, "Hey, you got to check this device out. It's amazing." I said, "All right, cool. I'll look into it." Fast forward, I looked into it. I reached out. I spoke to Heidi. We became best friends real quick, and came on board May of 2022.
Yep.
And ever since then, it's been amazing. And fortunately, it's crazy how the numbers are going, because on the 400th save, Heidi invited myself and my daughter out to the facility, and that's where we met Arthur and the team on the 400th save. And now we're approaching 3,000.
Looks a little different back there, right?
3,000.
So
It is
different.
crazy.
Coming up on
Now, the
3.
best part was, remember,
Hey, let Donna get mad at us. You got to come out for the 3,000
you
saves.
totally
Yeah, we're gonna
have to
send
come
a
out.
limo. All
Well,
right.
here's the best
Private
part.
flight?
Tell the story about your
Now I'm gonna get
daughter
mad at you.
meeting the
You're gonna
Kohler
invite 'em.
family.
I'll go pick them up.
That's
yes.
I like
so,
it.
so,
So you got-
so
Sorry.
that's all right. No worries. You're the joking guy. We're good.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
So, over
take that.
25 years experience as CPR instructor, career firefighter, EMT, were you aware, I guess you were, just assuming, and we should never do that, but you were aware of the downfalls of standard protocols, of the percentages that when it doesn't work?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to have this device, so we have it readily available.
Hey!
Readily available.
Right.
We actually did a practice drill not too long ago. I pretended I was choking, and I said to my daughter, "Go get the Lifevac," and she knew exactly where it was and put it together and
Oh,
got
that's
it to us. So
Mm.
so kudos to you. Every time that the commercial comes on the radio or the TV, she goes, "Oh, Dad, there's Arthur. Here's Arthur." So.
Well, you
Yeah,
know
finally.
that do you think about knowing how many people Christine saved and how many people in your life you've saved that you'll never know, right? She'll never know, and I'm sure we have saved many, and we'll never know, and that's cool. That's like the gift of giving the way it's supposed to be, unconditionally. But I'm sure in your career, between the training and all the efforts that you've put in, that you have saved many too. And, you know, those commercials and the radio and this is just to try and get the word out to save us some. I mean, what'd I say, 8 today?
I know, it's amazing. Well, he's an EMT and a firefighter and a police dispatcher. He's a very busy guy. He's got a lot going on. But I was so happy that you came out to the 400 Live Saved party, because his daughter, he goes, "Well, can I bring her?" I said, "I would love to meet her." And she came on out, and she was playing with Charlotte and Emma, who's Gabe's older sisters. So if those of you who don't remember, Gabe is the baby in the Eggs Up Grill who was saved. And that was pretty incredible. That video did go viral.
Major Hillard, right?
Major Hillard.
Real estate agent.
Yep.
Retrieves the Lifevac from his car.
It does. So
Sitting
funny.
there 7
She
years.
sent me the saves by year.
Oh, that's incredible.
004
And I
save.
share that story in every class that I teach. We implement the Lifevac training in the CPR classes that I teach. And without fail, usually one person in the class says, okay, I seen it, I heard about it, now I actually see it in person, I want one. And I have the ability to provide them one during the class afterwards.
He's one of our best resellers because you know what I love about you is you actually tell me who you sell to, right? And that's the best part because he'll call you, oh, we got a police department, we got a fire department, you know, we have this school. And so I love to hear those stories.
Well,
you know,
think
he's always
about
sharing.
it too. If you have people there that are learning it, there's a reason. You know I took it when my daughter was born because I wanted to be able to save her. So I think you really add a value because they're there because they may have a loved one with a challenge, they may have a small child, they may have someone with a disability, and to be able to offer that right then and there is huge, and that's how you will save a bunch of lives too.
Yeah. We also sometimes I bring my daughter along with me for the training, and she actually demonstrates the Lifevac on the mannequins.
Oh, the studio audience is going
Our studio
nuts.
audience.
Stay calm.
I think it's because of your appearance,
Yes,
Doug.
I think so.
And
People
everybody's
are
coming out
seeing
for you.
online and are rushing to the studio in droves.
Yes.
We just doubled the studio audience. Welcome.
I
Excellent.
think
They're
the
all
bouncer
coming for
needs
the
to
t-shirt.
control this place.
Yes, everyone's
we-
out for the
Nothing
t-shirt.
to do with the t-shirt.
I was going to say, wait, Doug, did we have a save from you yet? I thought we.
Oh yes. We actually had a rehab center. A gentleman in a rehab center was choking on pancakes. The staff
did.
there deployed the Lifevac and saved the individual from choking on pancakes.
Oh my God! See,
Yeah,
there you go.
I knew it. I'm like,
I
wait,
thought so
I'm
too,
pretty
but I
sure he
didn't
has
wanna
the
say
same.
it.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, man. That's
Thank
what it's
I mean,
all about. You
That's
at least
just
you
his
get
training
one.
job. He's got the firefighter.
No, I
EMT
know,
thing
but
going, too.
I'm sure you saved many. But that's cool that we
one of the
actually
things I
can
wanted
get
to-
one direct.
He is incredible at demoing it. So we were at FDIC with about 37,000 firefighters,
I
right?
think we have
and
that picture, Bobby, right?
we literally had the busiest booth. Am I right?
Yes,
It was
yes.
incredible. People were like, I
Prime
kept trying to come and
location
see you,
also.
Heidi, but everybody was
There,
there.
look at that.
There we are. Right? So, and we had a lot of fun while we were there as well. But what I loved is just the way that he was able to interact with all the guys that
Who
he
else is
obviously is an EMT and
Who else is
firefighter.
there on the left? Is
So
that?
that's Ryan Sharman, and that's Maria. Oh my God, I'm spacing on
That's
Maria's
okay.
last
That's a
name.
long last name.
Yeah, Maria's in Oregon. She
Maria,
always
Stacy.
corrected me when I was at Oregon. She's like, Oregon.
Oregon.
And that's Doug on the right-hand side. So that was us at FDIC, which is in Indianapolis. And Doug will be working the EMS World booth for me because I actually have to do a different gig
Yeah.
that week. I have to train a bunch of nurses up in Saratoga that all support people with intellectual and developmental
Where is that?
disabilities. We're going to be up in Saratoga.
Not you, him.
Well, he's going to be in Las Vegas. He gets
Oh.
the better gig than me.
When is
But,
that? I
right?
gotta
Do you
go to
remember?
that.
I
Remember.
said
Gotta
you
go
could
to
take
that.
Yeah,
EMS
let's go.
World.
That
I'll
with
take
your head, not
Saratoga.
over it.
When is
Right.
that?
Yeah, that
No
is
time
the
for
first
gambling.
week of September.
Yeah, we gotta go. I gotta go.
Well, I know he's gonna go. He's gonna go and he'll hang out with you.
We never know.
He'll
We
be
might
my.
right.
break
He'll
for a
be your
break.
wingman because I can't be there. But he's
What is that?
Such a
EMS
pleasure.
show?
EMS World. It's
Yeah,
pretty
EMS
cool.
World.
And
think-
you're
You
going?
went last year.
I think Sean and
Yeah,
I are going.
yes.
I think that's on our calendar because Mike Plunkett
Yeah, but
Jr.
neither one of you guys ride.
Well, and we have Doug.
We could
have
learn by
I
then.
think
You can
Maria's
go.
going too.
Oh, I'm going.
You
I
can
think
go
it's our
anywhere you
crew
want.
from FDIC.
Thanks.
You're the boss.
Yes.
He goes
I'm
wherever
allowed
he
to
wants.
go. Oh, yay, I'm going.
You don't need me to tell
He
you.
attracts the crowds, right? So when Arthur's in the booth, all of a sudden people are like, "That's that guy on TV."
No, I go
Is
out
that
and
an
ride.
actor? And I'm
Oh,
like,
wait,
"No,
Doug.
he's the inventor."
It just dawned
I
on
love
me.
that. People say, well, you're a doctor. I'm like, no, I'm in shipping, trucking.
It's a
Problem.
natural transition.
Yeah,
It happens a
of
lot.
course.
Doug just did a show in Atlantic City for us, and I don't know if you have a picture of that, Bobby, but
Oh, just
tell
the
me
empty
how that
booth?
Police
I
Treat
chose
show
not
went.
to
Was that good?
include that. No one wants to see a show.
Oh, wait,
The
you were
empty
day.
booth.
When were you in AC?
Just last.
2 weeks ago.
Oh,
When were we there?
we were
He's like,
there
"Look
for
at my
Chief,
setup, Heidi. What do
the
you think?"
Chiefs Association. Were
Yeah,
you at-
police
That's-
security expo. Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I think that was the same week we
Oh,
were there
same-
for the
same
installation
weekend,
dinner for Chief Rizzo, right? Being installed.
Yeah,
for-
yeah.
Chief Association.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doug
And
had a
so-
whole nice setup. You did a great job, by the way. Hopefully,
you.
had a lot of people who learned about Lifevac there, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. We thank you so much for
Well,
joining.
let's make sure we got Doug in there. Metropolitan, you want to do this?
Metropolitan Medical Corporation. He's the president. You share
Their
what you do.
website
I
or
want to
something?
hear it from you.
Yeah, tell us.
So we provide CPR training, first aid training, and any type of life-saving equipment from Lifevacs to AED units to first aid kits. We come out to you, we provide the training for you, and we make it entertaining but educational as well.
So how do people get in touch with you? What's the best way to contact
You can
you?
go on to our social media pages, Facebook or Instagram, and find us there, follow us, and send
Under
us a message.
Metropolitan Medical?
Yes.
Metropolitan Medical Corporation. If we were any type of production outfit, we would have this on the bottom of the screen. But yet, only show
We
5.
got T-shirts.
Doug
We're
Tobin.
working on it. We're
good.
working on
Reach
it.
out to us and we'll hook you up.
I
And
think you have the www in front.
We have T-shirts.
Yes.
You're just
The
a
website?
delight to work with, Doug. And
Yeah,
it's
Doug,
been
I-
such a pleasure, honestly, getting to know you, and I really do consider you a very
Oh, you
dear
know what
friend.
it is? Your across the board passion from your service in as an EMT and a firefighter, and now your training and the lives you've saved. And it's an honor for you to be on our team, to represent us out there, and to save lives. I mean, you got one there, so now we got to put him on the list just under Brian, but above Joe Piscopo.
With a bullet.
You're right in there,
Coming up.
Doug.
No problem.
And we'll see you in Vegas.
I appreciate the opportunity, and it's my pleasure to continue to serve, to educate, to inform, everyone about Lifevac.
And the key is too. We've said this from the beginning. It's education, right? Be aware of what could choke you: hot dogs, cotton grapes, and anything else from all the crazy things we pulled out of kids. The dangers of it, the frequency, and then training. Get trained, right? That's from day one.
Yeah.
We've always been to say, look, please get trained. Learn how to do it. You could do it right away. But the last piece of the equation and why that we're saving thousands of lives is it doesn't always work. It's just the way it is. And if you get trained in Lifevac, even better.
Well,
Because the choking guy has spoken.
And what I love is he actually has trained his daughter on how
I know,
to
I
do the
love
training
that.
too.
I
which
I
think
gotta
is
train
amazing.
mine. Jackie,
Please send
will
her
you
my
learn how
love.
to
Give her
do
big
this?
hugs and
I will.
kisses.
I will.
My
All
daughter
right.
is now in the
Right now, they're
audience.
watching right now, so
Oh, hi.
Kimberly and Elora are watching right now.
Yay!
Thank you so much.
Well, thanks for being on,
Well,
man. And
thanks
thanks
for
everything.
Appreciate
loaning
it.
your time to us. We appreciate you.
thanks so much, Doug. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
soon.
Keep going, buddy. Keep
All right.
going.
Thank you.
Such
So,
a great
wow.
guy. All
Well,
right.
I didn't. You didn't. Why did we should have known more about his save. I thought he had one.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's such a humble guy.
I
He's
know,
one of
but
those
that's
people
cool.
who just
That's what
he
you
doesn't
want.
brag about his
And
accomplishments.
his daughter knows how to work it. wonder if
I
mine
know,
does.
she's so cute.
We'll
And
have
she had
Jackie
so
in the
much
upcoming
fun
segment.
when
We'll
she
come
was
out
playing
here
with
and
the cooler
demonstrate.
kids.
Imagine if she can't do it.
No, that would be, during the break, we have a commercial coming up. One of the
We'll
new
trade her.
commercials.
Oh, we got a new
Yeah.
commercial. When's
Bobby-
our break anyway?
I think it's right about now.
Really?
I think it's
Oh.
right about now. We can do it whenever
Who
we
runs
want.
this thing?
The boss. The
Yeah,
boss. The
yeah.
boss.
You want to go to a break?
There we go.
Eh,
Hey, Bobby, let's see if we can run that new commercial. And I think it should.
So we ran out to the R&B. We had the Lifevac. We lifted up and a couple of pumps. It was actually a piece of taco. We got it out and we were able to transport to the hospital. It worked out.
So you knew where to get it?
Absolutely.
So you pumped it and it was...
Absolutely. Yep. We hooked it up. It twists on. It's a couple of pumps and it brought it right out.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Awesome.
I was in the living room when I heard my son Carter, who was 2 at the time. I looked over and I saw him grabbing for his face and his throat. I grabbed the Lifevac. I put the mask on his face and placed push-pull. The Lifevac dislodged the ice cube from his airway and he started crying. The most amazing sound I've ever heard in my entire life. Please protect your family. Get a Lifevac.
Okay.
Oh, scratch my head.
And we are back. 2 great video segments. We're joined by Mr. Pat O'Rourke, who we grew up together. Gosh, Birch Lane, may you forever grow.
The leaves.
Yes, and you were recently back into the Lifevac circle through mutual friends, right? So it was Chicago.
So in Chicago, I was really impressed. We went out to dinner with a firefighter, ex-military guy.
And we have video from him.
Yeah, and he was, he was going on and on about, so he saved his own child's life. And this is a guy, he was like a Navy SEAL, like Rambo, crazy guy.
Right.
And he said, I was panicking. My child was losing their life right in front of me.
Right.
He starts yelling at his wife, get the, it's a PG show, get the, effing Lifevac. She gets it.
That's PG? Effing?
I don't know. Is it PG? What is this?
We have no idea of the rules of language, but we're willing to push those
TV
limits.
clean. We should stay TV clean, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's even panicking, and he's telling me the story over dinner, and I was just so impressed. I was like, oh my, that's unbelievable. And he said, I started using it in my department, and we were saving lives every week. And then someone came along and said, you can't use this. It's not certified. It's not. So that's all the red tape they put up with. So, those are stories I heard all weekend. But I ordered one when I got home on Monday.
Yeah. And you were the one who asked, Rick,
there's a screw loose.
Is
this one
something
broke?
loose?
Yes.
And that brought up a great point that I wasn't aware of to say, and we say it on appearances, that, hey, don't be worried, don't be concerned. That's by design.
Well, that was the only way to make it last forever.
Right.
By using a ball valve. But yeah, so people are like, this thing's broken, it rattles. But it was, if you used a flat valve, it would deteriorate over time.
Right.
But you know what was cool about that trip? Getting to know you again.
I want you to go on more about the flat valve.
No, those are fun.
But I did say, this is broke, I'm returning this thing. He said, no, it's supposed to be that way.
There were numerous other funny comments you had about the Lifevac, which was good. It broke contention.
Hey.
But here's the thing. It was kind of bizarre, right? So it's us three and Brian. You two are on stage, right? And then I'm able to kind of have these bizarro high school,
Memories,
visions, right? The goalie, the funny guy, Brian, my teammate. And then all circling back to be together. And then, through Brian's voice, Brian saved, Brian saved 20 now?
Yeah, who'd you say is beating Brian?
Deborah, Inside Edition.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's only they went on first, and Brian he's been
do a couple
amazing.
more appearances on Brian. You'll catch.
Yeah. But
Mike
you know what? I
Rose
love
coming
it
up there.
because I feel like when I was sitting there, I felt like a team again, and it was with the Massapequa guys, right? And how you guys have been friends forever, and that's his wingman. Remember we talked about that.
Yeah. It's a lot of it. It's like in your book, but Massapequa was like the Brooklyn of the 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Yeah.
Tentacles are everywhere, and everyone sort of comes back, and everyone tries to help each other.
Right.
I know.
And we tell the stories about we pooled our money to buy French fries. Like we were poor.
I
we didn't know we were poor. But
I
we
got
were
paid
poor.
in All American to sand my guy's van.
Yep, exactly.
Like
I had the van
Joe
with no
Motors.
brakes, and my friend's father owned a gas station and would give me the fake registration or the fake inspection.
Right.
Even though he knew I had no brakes, had the rusted out floor.
You dropped the beer can
We
through.
were
while you
indestructible.
Flying a death trap.
Right.
A driving coffin.
So now, how long ago, coming back into Brian's world and now into Lifevac's world, when did you start this stand-up? Because you've been working hard, family man, raising kids in Massapequa.
Yeah, that's.
But when did you go stand-up?
Like 20 years ago, I was we're at a Christmas party with Brian, and he's like, "You should do stand-up." I'm like, "Yeah," because I bartended too, and I'm like, And he said, "I signed you up for this class. I took this class, and I signed you up for it, and I want you to take it." It was in the city. It was on the comic strip on 81st Street, East Side. So I go to the first class, and he calls me up, and he's like, "What was it like?" And I go, "Well, you know what it was like. You took the class." And he goes, "No, I never took the class. I just signed you up. I knew you wouldn't take it if I said I didn't take it."
That's great.
So then I just went through. It's like a 5-week process. You write jokes and stuff, and just from bartending for so long, they're like, you need 5 minutes of material. And the guy who was teaching us was like, "You got 25 minutes of material
already."
Yeah. So, and just
But
from
you're
there,
always funny. But I would think, was it scary the first time?
I think the bartending helped a lot. Just always being in front of people, just always talking. And I'm, I have 5 siblings. I'm the 5th out of 6th. And
Kinda like the
a
Murrays.
lot of older brothers where you didn't get any attention unless you had something going on. So I was sort of funny at the dinner table, so that's when they wouldn't beat me as badly. Yes.
They wouldn't beat me.
I hear that a lot with the Murrays, the Murray brothers, Bill Murray and Brian Doyle, that sometimes the comedian who winds up being the most successful comedian in the family, like you ask them, were any of your brothers or your sister
My mom was really funny.
Your mom.
She was dry, but she was really funny. I think all my brothers are funny. And my sisters, they laugh a lot. They just snort and wet
Good
their pants
audience.
a lot. Yeah,
Good
so
audience
yes.
for you guys.
Yes, you can. You can even when they were kids, you can make them pee. It's easy.
You can make
And they would
them-
yell at you,
Oh,
"Don't
that's
do
the
that!" And they
goal.
run away from the table. Yes.
Yeah.
But that was the goal. You try to make them laugh so
It's so
hard.
funny that you say that because when I talk about the danger of choking in school, like your job at lunch was to try and get milk to come out
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
of
kid's
course.
nose,
Yep.
right? You were trying
And
to
he
crack
did,
each other
and
up.
he did it a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
I
yes.
got a couple here.
Of
and there.
course.
I think I got Lenny one. No, I never got Lenny.
Well, I got
No?
too many
Lenny's
phone-
not-
Back then, I
yes?
used to call home, and mom and dad wouldn't be like, "Oh, that's okay. We believe you, not the teacher."
Yeah,
so,
no,
they
that
believe the
didn't
teacher.
yeah.
I got in a lot of trouble, but that's okay.
Well, I'm
That's
sure you
okay.
did. That was part of it.
Yeah. And now a first responder in the family. Yeah, we all have our
My
kids
son,
growing up.
right?
Jackie's
He's
here.
a
My daughter Gabby's
firefighter
here.
in Charleston, South Carolina.
Awesome.
And I'm, it just hit me as I was sitting off stage that I gotta make. I asked him. It's not in his department yet, but I got to give him one of these and say you got to get this on every truck. I don't know how it works down there. Well, he's a new guy. We'll see what happens. But
Yeah.
Well, you know what's cool? Ever since those police videos, with
Mm-hmm.
the one cam where it pulls the bolt out,
Yep.
and then the little boy that I just went out to California. You see
El Monte,
that?
California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little boy puts the medal on the cop who saved him. I was amazing.
Yep.
And then I we shot down to Atlanta, or across to Atlanta, and it really summed it up coast to coast, right? And she saved the 90-year-old. She saved the 90-year-old. He saved the little boy. And it's another one of those us sitting here kind of things. Like,
Coast to coast.
I don't know. There's something about if you keep going and you're good people and you keep trying to do good, it happens. And you get the God winks that say, hey, what's a woman, a man across the country? I
You
know
said
we
keep
have
going.
T-shirts. You're all happy about
No, I'm
that?
happy about the t-shirts,
I'm
but you
kinda
mentioned
happy about it. That's why Jackie came.
this
I
is
know.
something that your dad says, right, Jackie? Keep going. And the moment we learn about a save, like we learned about another save before Jackie and Tyler got here, remind me of the details of that one today.
Oh, the one we just
The
got?
8th save today. And then we celebrate and we cry
What's
and we
your
laugh
record
and
day?
then keep going.
15?
15 in a day?
Yeah.
Was that like Thanksgiving or something?
Yeah.
Choking on food?
It
Or
was
what?
International Choking Day.
Yeah, but- I need a choke man.
Interestingly, we did get a lot of emails, inquiries after the debate. And we had to tell people.
Oh,
it's
you
it's
know
not
what?
for that
Talk
type of
about a
choking.
little godwink. You got your son's hat on. A police officer. Well, that was number 8. Used his Lifevac.
First responder.
Nice.
Amazing. 22 lives by Brian.
It's crazy.
Now
If we
Pat's
could-
gonna beat him. Brian's gonna be pissed.
I can't believe it. I'm serious. I'm like blown away. 8 a day? Like,
Yeah.
is that average or is that?
It's getting to be. That's a little above average. We probably
You were saying
average
before, you're like,
5.
how did we not have these numbers? Because the word wasn't out there. Once you get the word out there, I mean, it's a great
Exactly.
product.
Well, you read the
2021.
book. Brian having me on the entrepreneurial show when I was walking up to Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls.
That was the beginning of the real
Yeah,
coming
take it
up.
off, yeah.
Yeah, because then it kind of, that was the snowball been pushed uphill. It finally started to kind of drift down.
Yeah.
Now it's like scooping up the skier in the house and all that stuff as it wells down the hill.
Sort of like when you hit age 50. Then it's all.
Yeah.
It's all uphill,
Yes.
downhill from there.
But it's kind of a good run downhill.
Listen,
Not
yeah.
my knee
No, it's a
hurt.
great thing. I can't say
Your
enough about it.
back.
It is.
Now, Bobby, do we have the stats that Donna Yaisley put together for today? Over the weekend, it was a huge weekend, and I think we got the update. Hopefully, we have this graphic, and Bobby will bring it up so we can get a tally. I know we have more up-to-date tallies because we just added. Anytime, Bob.
Holy crap, 9.
I
Nine
Just saved
today.
a little
As we
girl
heard,
that
Arnie
died.
the
I
choke
don't have
man.
another
Joke
graphic.
man.
Bobby, no bueno.
Playing
I
on
don't
how
have
it's
another
what-
graphic
what was
for
it? What's
this
he do
week
now?
like
You-
that.
you
Jackie
don't have it?
He's still running around.
I'm going to check
You
again,
know
but I
him?
didn't see
Yeah, I
it.
better.
Okay, it's got the heart.
funny?
It's got the hand in the shape of a heart. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It'd be
we're on
awesome.
TV.
That guy's.
20 this weekend.
20 this
Well, we
weekend.
just saved number 9.
Number 9.
So, serious question: like, a holiday weekend's busier,
Yeah.
or obviously,
Yeah.
that's So 4th of July will be big.
That's kind of, you're right. Thanks,
eating weekends.
Thanks for helping us run the show, which actually
Surprised
supposed
it's
to
never
be
been
about
used on me. I
choking.
mean, look at me. Come on.
Yes, you would be a
We're going
tricky.
to introduce you as a
You
huge
can't get
choking
around me.
hazard.
You would
Doesn't
be a
work on
tricky
you.
Heimlich.
But you're
candidate,
you're
I
working
gotta
on it,
say.
right?
You know what? Speaking of Heimlich, tell that story that that the Heimlich family
Oh God.
Oh boy.
wants to sue him
Oh boy.
because they want to act
Well,
like
no,
we're the only way to save someone.
What would be amazing, especially if like people actually watch this, would be to understand the challenges we've had.
Rick, he just tore you.
fighting through this. Just gotta promote.
We're
We have T-shirts.
Got
yeah.
a dozen people out there.
Look at this.
Let's hear it, folks.
Yeah.
Come on. They're actually here.
Oh yeah,
No joke.
That's not an applause machine.
yeah. We gotta get one of those.
With a t-shirt cap.
So
Yeah.
this when I
Back to
heard
Heimlich.
this story about this gentleman who's a member of the family,
Well, we
is like a
grandson.
mythical figure. Go ahead.
we don't want to give him any
No.
props.
Airtime. Yeah.
The situation that has been unbelievable is, schools saying they're not allowed to have it, and you sit there and reverse that and go, so you think you have to let a child die? The resistance that you would say, what is the problem? We have 9 peer-reviewed medical journals. That is more than anything else. The artificial heart doesn't have 9 peer-reviewed.
And like you say in your book, I'd rather get sued.
Well, I had
for,
to, but
even
that's
if it fails, you gave it a shot. But it's not going to fail. It works.
But we have to have courage to do the right thing nowadays. It seems like I call it we've made cowards out of good people. I'm not allowed. The government's going to yell at me. We have still people driving around their car with masks on.
It's never a nice car.
That's a good
It's always like a rusted out Subaru.
about
Bird,
the
baby bird,
stickers?
bumper sticker.
Yeah.
I'm with her. Okay.
The stickers,
Stay with her.
the family stickers.
The stick figure family portraits.
Yeah,
they're
gets
annoying.
his goat.
Oh, you know what those?
Yeah.
Someone took the time to put that in a window. You ever get stuck behind them in traffic? You just want to get out at every light and put a hammer through their back windshield? Because they took the time to put this in their car. And it's always a perfect family.
Yes.
It's always mom,
The dog.
dad, Jimmy, and Jimmy plays soccer. Jamie's a cheerleader.
Yes.
They have a turtle. F them, right, folks? I can't believe those things are still around. But anyway, go ahead.
No, the cat lady.
Back to choking.
Was it baby on board?
Yeah, I know. Or my child's an honor student at so-and-so. Come on. All right.
And my child beat up your honor student?
No, I want to get when it says my child has enough self-esteem that he doesn't need a bumper sticker on his car.
That's got to be
Jack,
a very
you want
large
a bumper
print.
sticker?
I'm good.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
She passed.
So that's about time. Hey, you know what? If do you have the Tim Weiss video, Bobby? We don't have the graphic, but do we have the Tim Weiss video that Pat
That was
mentioned?
cool meeting him, huh?
That was
I
awesome.
have this
Great
one
guy.
of the video we didn't play.
Solid
I
guy,
think
too.
that's
It's
good.
one of the
Yeah.
videos that you
Ex-Marine.
didn't play.
Let's do it.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of guy that
Thanks.
if he couldn't save his kid with the Heimlich,
Yeah.
Marine, EMS,
let me know when you're ready.
Had all
firefighter.
that training, saw a battle, and he was panicking when his kid was
Yeah.
choking.
Right out of Central Casting. It's like Bobby De Niro.
Great guy.
Yeah.
The couple bucks that I think I spent on this thing and seen on a Facebook post ended up saving my daughter's life. And I don't know if you actually have a numbered value for your child or your loved one, but the small amount of money you'll pay on this might actually change your life and theirs. So get a Lifevac, put it in your home, put it in your car, put it wherever you go. Have it ready. Hope to God you never need it, but if you do, you'll be damn glad you got it.
Ryan Sharman.
You know what?
Ryan Sharman?
He and I were crying when we did that at the hotel. And the first time he did it, he couldn't get through it. He kind of stopped.
I was choking up when he was telling me the story, yeah.
He had that table in the restaurant. It was a very loud restaurant, and everyone was happy. And then when he started telling that story, there must be 10, 12 people around this table got deadly silent and fixated on this story.
It's never happened to me.
Amazing. Yeah. No, you get that all the time.
I don't know.
During your act, it gets quiet.
It's very quiet. You can hear an air conditioner pop on.
And we're all going to be together in East Stroudsburg, July 27th.
Delaware Water Gap.
Lifevac is going to be out in force for the Brian show. History, liberty, and laughs.
Yeah.
People, I know no one's watching, but if you were watching,
again,
they're
watching.
Once it do that again, because Brian's show is amazing.
Yes.
You guys on it, and it
it's
brings
fun.
history alive. It's funny, it's smart, it's deep, it's inspirational. It's such a good show. And
I
think
won
you
the
guys
jacket on stage
really
in
have
Vegas,
gotten-
didn't I?
Yes.
At the end, I bought the jacket.
Oh, you won the Lifevac
Yes,
jacket.
yes,
That's
yeah.
right. Thank you.
You had one in 4X, so I said I got to get out.
And
T-shirts.
So the T-shirt.
4X is an exit on the highway. That's not a size. But anyway.
Yeah. So this is so much fun. It's we get more and more people. Please like and share. We're not ignoring the comments, right? We're not ignoring them. We just can't find them, to be quite honest. We have
We don't
kids.
have any. Is the
We have
comment
our
section
kids.
broken?
We have our families working diligently to bring us up to speed on social media. I know we're on Facebook. I know we're on Roku. I know we're on
Now, well, the
Instagram.
audience is growing in leaps and bounds.
Exactly.
Let's hear it,
Listen,
audience. Come
if
on.
Yes, and if you're going to be in the area, if you're
I
going
was
to be
just
in the
walking by.
Massapequa area, yeah, Pat was just walking by.
Your
We're
dog's
going to
out
have
front
pizza.
time.
If you're going to be in the area, if you want tickets to see the show, you know what? Forget the tickets. Just come on by. What is it? 20 Broadway, Massapequa. Give us a call.
Right
you
next
see
to the
my,
train. Take
you
the
see
train.
my email
Yeah,
on the
take the
bottom.
train in.
rfatcher@lifevac.net. And please, just
Don't
one
we
last
have
reminder.
like a lot of time left?
No. We have that clock's broken.
Oh.
That's from Biden's clock. It's totally broken.
Joe, you have 69 seconds left.
What? You want me to talk about
I've
something
done a
else?
lot for the flag.
No. But, yeah, you know what? Let's talk for a minute about lifevac.net and why it's important to go talk about the evil knockoffs.
Oh, it's slaughtering. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of ties into our ineffective government, but yeah, there's thousands of them. Lisa read it, thank God. She blasts them
Diligent.
every time. And
She'll be on next week.
yes, yeah, we got to do that.
If you have a
gotta
comment from the
talk
audience,
about
you're
that.
on.
She's
You want to
nodding.
see some of her comments? That'd be good comedy. She goes nuts on them. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's brutal. The problem we have is China seems to have a pipeline right into us, so they don't get stopped from customs. They don't get stopped from the FDA. They don't get stopped from Facebook. They don't get stopped from Amazon. Really have to battle them every day, and but we have to because they're dangerous. You know, there's no quality control. They fall apart. I just had a friend out that he saved his wife saved his daughter in Nevada. And his son, they had a aquarium, and they outfitted it with Lifevacs. He noticed it was knockoffs. He demoed one and fell apart. So it's
And
dangerous.
you replace them. We replace
Yeah,
those
we
as a
do.
group.
I mean, we got to win. I mean,
Yeah.
I give one to every school, so if you get a knockoff and we can help you, we will. But we just got to keep raising awareness.
Yeah,
Maybe we should
absolutely.
get T-shirts.
Yeah, maybe more T-shirts.
Made in China?
There is that habit that adults that go
Hey,
to, like, you first think of going to Amazon. It's not the time you want to save a little money. You can get a real Lifevac on Amazon.
They're bad too. They're not as bad.
incorrigible.
Sorry.
PayPal?
Yeah, we don't want to know what.
No,
we're
which
doing.
I'm asking where the shirt was made. We'll skip that.
It was made here though.
I
This
got it
was
at
here.
Michael's, so it's in the USA.
Michael's.
I got it at Michael's.
Yeah,
Bobby
therefore
sent me
it's
there.
here.
So,
Yeah.
listen, join us next week when our guest will be
Ryan Sharman.
Ryan Sharman. Like
Squeeze him.
Squeeze him? No squeeze him.
No, different. But
No
he's
one,
a
no one gets this
hero,
reference that's
Ryan
under
Sharman.
40 years
That
old.
was
Also one of my partners who does all the shows.
You want to say stuff? I will.
So tune in next week. We're going to have a save of the week. We're going to have these knuckleheads.
An audience
We're
member
going
gets
to have
on
an
next
audience
week,
that's
right?
going to blossom into so please
Random
stop by.
audience member.
Yes.
Next week, random audience member gets on the show.
Does
the audience agree?
Whoever behaves the best.
The worst.
Right, the
I
worst.
would have dyed my beard
Yeah.
and lost 100 pounds. I didn't know I was.
And you know what? It would be great if you're trying to
Look,
email me.
Pat,
If you're
he's
trying to
on.
email me from the bottom of the screen, add an S after the T. That
Yeah.
would be perfect. Thanks. We'll get on that, and we'll see you next week.
I've
God
known
bless
40
us
years, I
all.
still
Get
make
yourself a Lifevac. Protect your family, and we'll see you along the way. Thank you guys
God
so
bless.
much.
Oh, yeah.
Artie the Choke Man. Good job.
Yeah,
The
thanks.
Choke Man, Patty.